Yeah, just introduce everyone and tell us why we're here. You have another friend who jumped on. I see it's a 201 area code. Hey.
Hey, hey. So, hi guys, I'm flipping the car light on. Sorry, I had to pick Ken up at work, so I'm driving home. I'm Kebbie Perry Rosenberg. I know most of you from Facebook, high school, or life in general. This is oh my gosh, I don't even know when I started using Plexus. I want to say probably 10 minutes ago now.
Yeah.
I started using it off and on, just as a water flavoring when I first started. And just I got serious. I started my flags, other supplements, the Mega, the Blocker, and the so
you're cutting out a little bit, Kebbie.
This is my upline. I'm sorry, I'm driving. This is my upline, Amy Triplett. So I'm going to introduce her. Amy got me involved. We met through Groupon of all places, which I've met dear friends, stranger places, maybe as strange as Groupon. But Amy and I met through Groupon, and she introduced me to Plexus. And I've said for years, I'm never going to get involved in multi-level network marketing. I think it's all BS. I'm just not going to do it. And Amy was so kind and so sweet and so genuine about everything that I said, you know what? I'll become a customer, but I'm not going to sell it. So here we are today, and I'm going to introduce Amy, and Amy is going to tell you guys a little bit about Plexus Health and Wellness and what it is and what we do.
Sounds awesome.
And thank you to anyone who joined. I can't really flip through my screen, so I don't know who's here. So just shout out when you get around to yourselves.
Sounds good. Okay, sounds good. So we have Annika and then Taryn on, and I see a phone number. Who's that with us? The 201 number.
That's Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Kebbie's cousin.
Well, good. Well, thank you for jumping on. I really appreciate it. Yes, we met on Groupon, which is so fun. Kebbie, as you guys know, is so hysterical and so much fun. We hit it off right away. She did a paint party for me. That's why I found her in Groupon, and did a fabulous job. Ended up doing my daughter's birthday party and some teen ones for me. We've loved it. But I'm going to tell you my story a little bit and share a little bit what the products are and what we do. But before we do, I want to introduce you to my friend Taryn. She's with our company. She's actually, this is what's so amazing about our company, is we are not on the same team. Taryn literally doesn't get anything from doing this. She's just so sweet. Right before Christmas, hopping on, helping us out, and just sharing her story with us. So I cannot thank you enough, but I can't wait to hear. So if you would just tell us, Taryn, a little bit about what your experience with Plexus is and what it's done for you. And I'm going to mute everybody else just so that we can pay attention here. And then I'll unmute everybody when you're done. So
okay, cool.
Okay, go ahead.
Awesome. Hi. So thank you so much for having me on. My name's Taryn Mulcahy, and I'm an Emerald Ambassador. And I started Plexus. Actually, what's funny is I started Plexus because 2 years ago, I was watching my friends, a bunch of my good girlfriends from college, posting throughout the holidays about how they were feeling so great. They weren't wearing leggings and expanding pants through the holidays. One of my girlfriends had a baby and she had all this energy and was like, I love that I'm going into doing all these fun things at the park with her. And another good girlfriend of mine who is a diamond now, from college, she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much of a blessing this has been for us financially. She's able to pay her mortgage with just her Plexus paycheck. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, is this for real? This can't be for real. But I also thought, I mean, I know them really well and I trust their credibility. So I was like, all right, y'all gotta tell me, like, what is going on here? What is this Plexus stuff that you're like scammed into? And we started chatting, and I was at a really low point too myself. My husband's in the military. We had just moved to a brand new state. brand new city. I didn't know anyone. And I was at home with a toddler and a 4-month-old. And I'm an introverted person. It's not the most comfortable thing for me to go out and make new friends and just like chat people's ear off. My husband and I always laugh because he could talk to a door, and I'm like, that scares me. And so I always thought, there's no way I could be good at network marketing. Like, I don't have time to throw parties or do anything because I've got these little bitty babies at home. I am not good at putting myself out there, and I'm just not a chatty person. Like, it's not for me. But I loved what the products were about. I had stopped working as a nurse when we had our first baby, and I missed that. I missed helping people. I missed helping people with their quality of life, their health goals. I missed loving on people because I just love to serve and be that for people. And so I felt a piece of me missing, but I loved being that for my little boys. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to try these products because I was so ashamed of where I had gotten. I was at that point where I was so tired to do anything. And I was grateful to my husband who said, when we had our first baby, he's like, you can stop working and be a stay-at-home mom because I know that's what you've always wanted to do. But I didn't like being a stay-at-home mom because I was so tired. I just wish that my boys would go to sleep like all the time. I was like, when's the next nap time we can take? And I had this crazy addiction to sugar, and I lived off of caffeine. I would drink a whole pot of coffee in the morning and I could fall asleep at a moment's notice still, even after a whole pot of coffee on my own. My stomach hurt so bad, and I knew it was because I was drinking all this coffee and Diet Dr. Peppers. But I couldn't, I knew, like, with my healthcare background, like what the right things to do in life were to get to feeling better was exercising and eating right. But I couldn't get out of this funk that I was in. And I was so like embarrassed of the lack of self-control I had over my emotional connection to food and my sluggishness, and how I just got really snippety, and I would snap at my family, my husband and my kids. And I was like, who am I? Like, I usually am a really friendly person and I love people. Like, I love to love on them, not snap at them. So I was like, all right, I got to try these products because at this point, I'll try any scam out there if something will help me to feel a little bit better, because I've got to change. I cannot at all keep doing what I'm doing. And my husband, I will say, when I first bought my products, I bought as wholesale because we had gotten to a place where finances were really tight. It was down to one income, and it had become a lot tighter than they had ever been for us. It was over the holidays that Christmas, we were literally like, what are we going to do? Like, I kept thinking, well, I can try to do some per diem shifts. And he's like, well, by the time you pay for childcare, it's going to all of your per diem shift money is going to go to that. And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know what I can do. And I remember being like, oh my God, please, something where I cannot have to pay for childcare, but I can still bring just anything in to help relieve this stress, because we were beyond stressed. So when I told my husband I really wanted to try these products, he was like, well, how, I mean, I'm not going to tell you no, because I want you to feel better and be happier, because you're not happy right now. He's like, but we can't really afford this. Like, I don't really know what to say right now. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to try these as wholesale. My dad is a type 2 diabetic. He's got a whole slew of other health problems, and he was diagnosed with cancer and was about to start undergoing chemo treatments. And his doctor had said the best thing you can do is get your blood sugars under control, lose some weight, and get your immune system strong so that you can undergo all these chemo treatments and be strong and healthy and fight this. And my mother-in-law is a diabetic as well. And I thought, I know a few people who I really love who I could help with these natural products. Like, maybe I can just, maybe they would help and take these products with me, and that would help me get my products covered. So I did the wholesale route. And after my very first month, I actually made a couple $100, and my husband was like, you did what? I was like, I know, I'm not in the hole. I just made a couple $100 and I don't even know how I did it. And he was like, well, who bought from you? And I was like, well, not my dad and not my mother-in-law, but the crazy thing is some friends who were struggling with some similar issues, they purchased some products from me. And I was like, I don't even know how this works. And he was like, well, I mean, you covered enough to pay for your products next month. So I like, good job. But he was a huge network marketing skeptic. He was like, this isn't going to be a real thing. Right. And I was like, I don't know. And the next month I doubled that. And I was like, holy moly, I don't even have a team yet. Like what, I don't know how I'm doing this. And he was like, babe, you got to figure this out because this could be incredible. And I will say that Plexus was the avenue for me because I read through the compensation plan and I was like, this is unreal. My husband read it and he was like, I don't know how they stay in business and are a debt-free company and pay you the way they pay you. And I was like, I don't either, but I'm going to keep doing it because they're still paying me and I'm still helping people. And I think the biggest thing was getting messages from friends and then my family members who I was helping them get their self back again, their health. I was helping them to change their quality of life. They were getting off of medications. My dad, he got off of a diabetes medication. He got off of a blood pressure medication. He never got sick going through chemo. He gave the products to his doctor and his doctor was like, actually, I have a few other patients who are on these same Plexus products and it's been great for them. You keep on it because it's really helping keep your immune system strong. My mother-in-law had the best A1C she's ever had and she gave them to her doctor and her doctor was like, I have a few other patients who are on these Plexus products and they've all been able to reduce their A1C too. This is really working for you. You should keep on this. And I thought, how cool is this that I stumbled into something I never thought I was capable of doing, but I got to still be me. I've grown so much as a person and I've got to help people that I love so dearly be around longer. Like I've gotten to help them be present in their life, love who they are, get off medications. I played a small part in helping them to find some natural solutions. It's been phenomenal. I'll never, ever, ever be able to truly say how grateful I am for this because it's changed me too. I don't deal with the anxiety that I dealt with. I don't struggle like snapping at my family. I had so much more energy. My sugar cravings, it's not that inner battle. I don't like shamefully eat sugar in the closet and then tell myself, oh, I'll work out later. And I don't. And be like, why am I so bloated and gross? And then be so mad at myself because I'm like, because you ate junk. Why do you keep eating junk and wondering why you feel gross? But I'm not a slave to that anymore. And it's really led me on a whole nother path. And 15 months later from joining this company, I was able to earn a trip to Hawaii and jewel status and a car. My husband literally was like, I can't believe this. I seriously can't believe this. And I was like, I know. And I have people on my team who have done the exact same thing. So I was like, it's not just me. Like, I'm not just lucky. But I feel like with Plexus too, the thing that's changed my life is just having this family, this culture that we have. I've never, ever run across such a strong connection of like-minded individuals who truly lift each other up and love on each other. And we are one Plexus. We will do anything for each other to help us all change lives together and be successful in this. So for me, it's just truly been a blessing. I know the next Christmas, my husband kind of got all teary-eyed because he was like, you have drastically changed the course of our future. He's like, we have 3 sizable college funds for our 3 babies that we never could have done before. He's like, and this burden of me being the sole provider has been lifted, but you're still around. You're still here. He's like, he's told me so many times, like, I'm really proud of you for doing something that you were afraid of and unsure of, but you stepped out in faith and look what you've done. He's like, you've grown so much. You've become such a different person who loves yourself more. You're able to love us more. And he's like, and we have some cool blessings and trips and family memories because of the things that this has brought into our life. And it's just been unreal. So that is how kind of the products have helped me and my family, and the business has just been just unreal. Like there's no way to explain it. So I'm just truly grateful because I found a place where I fit and a place where so many of us fit. We belong, we have a family, and it's a family that follows us wherever we go, especially me being military. We move around, and no matter where we go, I always have my Plexus family of support. And to be honest, they've been through some great times with me. So that's kind of my story. It's nothing super phenomenal, but it's been life-changing for us.
Well, I think that's pretty phenomenal. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm seriously, like, I have a lump in my throat just because I'm just really proud of you. And that was so wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with us. I can relate to you so much. Is anyone else able to relate to her with like the sugar cravings and
it's the
like
worst, feeling so out of control and being so embarrassed because I feel like, I guess for me too, you're like, I know how to fix this, but somehow I can't.
Yes.
And it's sad. And then it's so liberating when you're free from that.
Yeah, that's the thing is like sugar is actually 8 times more addicting than cocaine. Seriously. Yeah. It's hard because I was the same. So thank you so much, Taryn, for jumping on. You are welcome to stay, but don't feel like you have to if you need to go. Just like she was saying, you guys, Stacy jumped on. Hey, Stacy. So you may have missed this, but Taryn's not even on our team. She's just another friend in the company. And so she's doing this purely out of the sweetness of her heart because she's just really passionate about the products in the company. And I would do the same for her. And that's just how our company is. So when she says it's like family, it really is. And I've never been part of anything like that. So thank you so much.
I'm gonna hop off, but it was so great. And I'm just really grateful for y'all. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, Taryn. Okay, so I won't keep you guys much longer. I know Stacy jumped on. Hi, Stacy. Can you hear us? Oh, I muted you. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Hi, Stacy. Can you hear me? Let's see. Hopefully she can. And okay. And I hear Mary. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share a little bit of what Plexus is. So I'll go ahead and mute one more time so you guys can hear.
She's breaking up so bad.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, I muted you guys, but if you want to unmute yourself, there's a little microphone in the bottom corner. Just unmute it. And so what I'll do, I'm just going to tell you what Plexus is, why her father-in-law was able to get off, help with his diabetes medicine and why she has energy. There's a reason, because I remember when I started, I thought, okay, why is this helping so many different things? And Annika, I know you mentioned that you had migraines. That's actually what helped me more than anything. Like I had migraines since I was a kid. I've always had them. And I hate medicine, but I've tried everything. The only thing that would even touch it would be Excedrin migraine a little bit, but it was so bad where I almost went to the emergency. I did go to the emergency room a couple times, but I'd get physically sick. The lights I couldn't handle. If you have migraines, oh my goodness, it was so awful to the point where I loved what she said, that she's helping people have their quality of life back. Because when I started, I had a 1, 3, and 5-year-old. And I understand when she said it was hard being a stay-at-home mom because I felt miserable all the time. And I personally, and I'll tell you my story in a second, but I joined for the business, not necessarily for the products. And I was shocked when it helped me with my migraines. So here's what Plexus is. I'm going to show you. And then hopefully, Stacey, I don't know if you can see me. I hope you can. And I know that Mary's on the phone. But let me show you how easy this is, okay? All Plexus is, it's natural health and wellness supplements. This is right here. We call this the Slim. Sometimes I wish it weren't called Slim because my sister's 90 pounds and it helped her to actually gain weight. So it helped her because really what it's doing, it's kind of like eating healthy. Do skinny people not need to eat healthy? Of course not. They need to. And does it mean they're going to get too skinny? No, they're going to be healthy. It's the same thing. It balances your blood sugar. It targets inflammation. And it gets to the root causes of health issues by like killing fungus overgrowth in your gut, which I have here. Let me tell you our 3 main products real quick. Okay, this is our Slim. This stabilizes your blood sugar. It tastes delicious. I love that Kebbie said it was like flavoring her water. It really is. It's so yummy, and it's watermelon, raspberry, and lemon flavored, and there's no sugar in it. It's sweetened with stevia, which is a natural plant-based leaf, you know, but it's not there's like gross stevia, and then there's good, and this is the good kind. There's like some kind that's like weirdly processed. This is good. It doesn't have that like fake sugary taste. It's delicious. But honestly, because it helped me with my migraines, if it tasted like gasoline, I would still drink it, because because to not have migraines anymore, I don't care what it tastes like, but thankfully it's good. Then we have a probiotic. The probiotic actually helps kill the fungus overgrowth. It's a probiotic, so it's putting the good back in, but it also kills fungus. And any doctor will tell you that you need a good probiotic. But this one is so powerful because it actually, like I said, kills the fungus overgrowth in your gut, which sounds so disgusting, but everybody has it. If you have had an antibiotic or you've had the standard American diet, most likely you have a candida, which is basically fungus overgrowth, yeast overgrowth in your gut. This kills that, so you feel amazing, seriously. Sometimes, let me say this though, as you're killing it, just like if you were to eat McDonald's every day and then switch and then start eating healthy, you might feel worse before you feel better. So give it time. That's why we are not a quick fix. It's literally about stabilizing your body and getting yourself healthy. You're building your immune system. And then the cleanse is basically that's what it is. It's a cleanse. It's called BioCleanse. It actually kills your GI, cleans, not kills, cleans your GI tract, helps you to be regular, but it is gentle. It's something you can take every day. Most people are deficient in magnesium, and this also helps collagen production, which is lovely. Probably help you with your lip sense even. So these 3 products right here are amazing. Like, whatever your goal is, which I want to hear from you guys in a few minutes, these are the things to start with, because it's going to target those root causes. So in a nutshell, that is what Plexus is. Let me quickly tell you my story, and then I'm just going to open it up and answer any questions that you might have. So I joined because, I was a stay-at-home mom, and just like Taryn mentioned, things were really, really tight. So I taught for 8 years. When I had my 3rd baby, I finally got a chance to stay home. But I'm telling you, we made $18,000 in the year 2013 as a family of 5, because after I'd stepped down and lost my tenure of teaching, my husband actually lost his job too, and then ended up working at Walgreens, even though he has a master's degree. It's just, you never know. But that's what happened. He could not find something else, and he's brilliant and a hard worker. But so it was a rough time. And I was thinking, I need to go back to work, because we lived in a 600 square foot mobile home, totally falling apart. Somebody just gave it to us. So it was a blessing in that sense. But my daughter didn't have a bedroom. My kids didn't have a yard. We could barely afford groceries. Our cars didn't have AC. Like, things like that. If something went wrong, we had no savings. Like, it was just a really rough time. So when I saw my friend, same like you guys said, you saw Kebbie talking a little bit about it on Facebook. Well, I had a friend who lost 50 pounds. I thought she was doing some weight loss fad. I didn't know. I was proud of her, but, I didn't have money for anything, even though I found her 50 pounds. So I ended up watching her, and she reached out to me, and I said, absolutely not. I don't have the money for that. We can't even afford groceries right now. No way. So she left me alone, but I kept watching. And one day she posted on Facebook, and she had never talked about the business before, because I know it's awkward, and I know some people are skeptical about it. I get it. I was too. But this is a friend that I know. She was a good friend of mine since college. We were roommates. And she said she made enough money to cover her mortgage, her car payment, and her product. That, for me, was literally the thing that changed my life, because I called her on the phone, and I said, what did you make? I need to know how much money you made. And she was like, I made $1,163. And that, to me, sounded like $1 million. I mean, are you kidding? Just a few $100s would have been huge for us. That was like, I didn't think that was attainable for me. I was like, okay, obviously I'm not going to make that, but what if I can make $200? So you guys, I know finances are tight. I know it's the holidays. I totally get it. But here's what I had to think. This was my thought process because I was in the same boat. I thought, okay, what I'm doing now obviously isn't working. Like, well, I don't see anything helping or changing, you know? So I need to make a difference. Like, if I can't afford this for my health or just for my, then something's wrong. I have a bachelor's degree. My husband has a master's, and we can barely afford groceries. Something is wrong. And I didn't see anything changing. So I actually did not, and I'm not telling you to do this, but this is how serious I was. I didn't pay a bill in order to join because I thought, you know what, we're poor anyway. What do I have to lose? The risk for me was nothing compared to the reward because I didn't see any other option anyway. And I knew I was going to take this seriously, even though I've never done this before, ever. I never wanted to. Literally all I knew was my friend lost 50 pounds and she made $1,163. All I knew. And so I think my husband saw the sparkle in my eye because he too was like, absolutely not. But I was like, I have to do this. I have to. Like, I will not let it cost us money. I will give it everything I have. And if I don't make it back, I will never buy the products again. I have to do this. So I joined. That night, I made a video on Facebook, and I literally said, I have the video, Kebbie, I should show you. It's so funny. I look horrible. I'm in my sweatpants, like no makeup. Kids are jumping in the background. I'm in my little trailer, and I'm like, I have no idea if this stuff works. I have no idea. All I know is I can't stop eating sugar. I need something to help me, and we need something in our finance. And I basically said, I just know she lost weight and she made money, and I have to try it. So anyone else? I kind of just said it like that. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. Well, the thing is, I had a couple of people contact me, and I made my money back in 2 days. So that was pretty awesome. And I was like, okay, I think I could do this. So I literally, now I know people are always like, I don't want to sell. I don't even think of it as selling. I think of it as sorting. You know, I'm sharing and I'm sorting. You're either interested or you're not. If you're not, I'm not going to bug you because that's too, and just like Kebbie said, I don't bug you to do it. You either want it or you don't, right? So I'm really just sorting through. I'll ask a lot of people, and if they want to do it, then I will pour myself in and I will help them, and, you know, we'll do it together. But if they're not, that's okay too. And we're still friends, and I'm still going to support them and love them. And, you know, that doesn't make a difference to me. I'm just going to keep going. And it was just literally the amount of people that I asked. But for me, I was desperate. I think a lot of people don't succeed in this kind of thing because they're too scared to really go all in. I didn't care. I was going to do this. So I literally just reached out to lots of people. And within less than 2 years, I also reached the status of Emerald, which means that I too have a free Lexus. I go to Hawaii every year, totally paid for. All of that's awesome. I mean, that's unattainable. But really the first thing it was I was able to put my kids in a Christian school. That's the first thing I did with it. And then I was able to take my husband on a cruise for our 10-year anniversary. And I was able to, when my poppy passed away, unexpectedly, I was able to fly on on no notice to New York and give my grandma money and be with her and see him for his last few hours. So you never know what kind of situation you'll be in. And like, those are the things that have kept me motivated and happy. And then I have a girl on my team who said, I don't have to put the bananas back anymore. You know what I mean? So whatever your goal is, this can be a phenomenal opportunity. Now, the thing is,
huge deal. I don't have to put the bananas back anymore.
Yeah, it is a huge deal because that's what she would have to do. And she's a mom of 4, and those are the stories. Like, I don't know about you guys, but just listening to Taryn, I was getting choked up because these are literally lives changing, you know? Mm-hmm. Yes. Did somebody call me? Oh, I thought somebody said Amy. I was like, oh, yes. I'm getting excited. I'm like, but anyway, that's basically the story. We are very, I unmuted everybody. You know, I'm unmute too. We are very product driven. I will promise you, I am rare in the sense of almost nobody, like most people join for the products, just like Taryn said. They are shyer, but they just, what happens is they want the cheapest price. The products are phenomenal. Lives are changing. Not having migraines anymore is amazing. And then people see a difference in you and they ask. I mean, that's a lot of times how it works. for me, but I'll tell you the business is just as phenomenal as the compensation plan. So I personally, my goal was to make $200 my first month. I actually made $1,200 my first month and never made anything less. And now I make 5 figures a month. And I'm not saying that to brag. I hate talking about that because I know it's weird, but I'm telling you that because I had to see that paycheck to know if it were for real or not. And it is. So my thought was, if she could do it, that means it's possible and I will figure it out. So that's my story. What questions, you guys? Were you able to relate to anything I said, or do you guys have, what questions do you have? Where are you?
How do you get started in it?
So it's $34.95. That's your annual membership. Some people think of it as like a Sam's Club membership, cheaper even. And then you get your products for a discount. The first time you buy your products, they are cheaper than even wholesale. They come in like what they call a welcome pack, where they give you a kit that explains everything and, tells you exactly what to do. And then your products, which you would get these 3, which is what you should start with. And that's $99. So I'm just going to flat out tell you, I paid $142 when I had nothing to my name. And I made back $150 in my first 3 days. And then made $1,200 my first month. So knowing what I know now, if it costs $1,000, I would have done it. I would have, seriously, because why not? You're starting a business. So that's what you do. And then we have a super easy.
You're starting a business, but at this point, you're driving a free Lexus.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you kind of, everybody on here knows me and knows the kind of person that I am. And, all BS of, yay, it's, delicious and healthy and all that. Amy's still driving a free Lexus, it's perspective. So, which is still pretty stinking cool.
It is, yeah. But it didn't start that way. In the beginning, I was just like, if I could make $200, that would be awesome. Would that be awesome? Like, what would you need to make in order to make it worth it for you?
For my product.
What?
I've never paid for my product. I don't have any customers. I don't have any ambassadors. I've never paid for my product.
Really? That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy. The company is extremely generous. I will tell you this. Now, I don't know LipSense. Actually, I heard that LipSense is pretty awesome. I don't know. This is my first experience, but I will tell you, there are a lot of other companies that do not pay anywhere near as well as we do. They pay some people as well, right. But our company has about, oh goodness, I want to say 700 people that are Emerald and above. I mean, that's phenomenal. Most companies have maybe 100.
And Amy, for people that aren't familiar with any kind of network, multi-level marketing, Emerald and above, what do colors mean?
Okay.
Emerald means what? That means you make $100 a week. I mean, means you make $100 a month, a year. What does Emerald mean?
Okay, so Emerald, in the company, there are 8 levels, okay? So the higher the level, the more money you make and the more perks you have, basically. So Emerald is 6 out of 8. So Emerald is 6, and then there's Sapphire, which is 7, and then Diamond is the top. And so when you get to Emerald, one of the top 3 positions, that was when you become a 6-figure earner. So my average income is, it varies because it depends on a couple of things, but most Emeralds make about $9,000 to $10,000 a month. Most Sapphires make about $15,000 to $16,000 a month, and then we have Diamonds who make $20,000 a month, and we have Diamonds who make $300,000 a month. So a month, seriously, several actually. So it just depends. There's different ways why that is, and then you can even actually join under yourself and do the whole thing again. So like you can actually almost become like your own sponsor. Like you get to the top, and then they let you join again under yourself, so you get paid double. And it's crazy. Wow. Yeah.
So a double can make $500,000 $1 million a year.
Oh, multi-million. There's several multi-million.
How many double diamonds are there in Plexus?
There's 2.
Okay, so they're few and far between. It's not like everybody in the company's making $500,000 a year, but the double diamonds are by far millionaires. They have
They make 7 figures. But there's many diamonds who make $500,000 a year. Most diamonds make $500,000 a year. So there is the potential.
Diamond, you get a Lexus SUV, right?
Mm-hmm. You do. There's different perks as you go along. But the thing is, truly, what my thought was, even if it takes me 10 years to make just 1/10 of what a diamond makes, that's still better than what I'm doing right now, or what I was doing before.
Totally.
Yeah, so I just thought I'm just going to figure it out. Because if I started thinking diamond day one, I was overwhelmed. My thought was, how do I get to the first thing? And basically and all I did, like I told you, I was just sorting. I basically did what Kebbie's doing right now. I just asked people to join. If they wanted it, they wanted it. If they didn't, they didn't. And it was just literally the amount of people that I would ask. And then that's truly what I do. Like, I don't have parties. It's rare. Maybe you've been to most of my parties, and it's been like 2 in the last 6 months. I just don't, because I'm a busy mom. I've got little kids. I don't have a lot of time for it. I mean, I will if somebody really wants one, but most people are just busy, you know? I do through almost everything through either Facebook or LinkedIn. And I literally just reach out to people and ask if they want information. That's about it. But what about you guys? Like, Stacy, are you able to hear us? Or Mary?
Yep, I hear you.
So how are you, Mary? Have you ever heard of Plexus before?
No, never heard of it until yesterday.
Aw.
Surprise.
Well, thank you for hopping on. Were you able to relate to anything that Taryn or I said?
Well, I mean, I'm always striving to be healthier, aren't we all?
Right.
Most of the time trying to be healthier. So, yeah, I'm very interested in your product.
Awesome. And you know what? When we hang up, I can send you a video clip to you, Kebbie, that you can send to her, and it's 2 minutes. It'll explain exactly what the product is and how to get it.
Cool.
So, love for you to try it, compare. You want that too? Okay.
Yes,
perfect.
please.
Yeah. So try it, compare it, and here's the awesome part: if you don't love it, then you get 100% money back guarantee. So that was the other thing. I thought, what do you got to lose? Try it, but here's the thing: do it for 60 days, because sometimes, especially if you do have something going on, it might take, you might not feel anything the first month. I did probably the first week, but some people don't. But then, I have a girl on my team for 5 weeks kept telling me it didn't work, and after that, it completely balanced her hormones. It helped with so many things. So now it's been 3 years, and she hasn't had yeast infections anymore. She hasn't had just hormonal issues and things like that.
Cool.
So we lost Stacy.
Oh,
She had a bad connection.
Oh, okay. Well, if she has any questions, you can reach out to me. But do you guys have any other questions or anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you hopping on. I know, especially the weekend before Christmas. Is it the weekend before Christmas? I don't even know.
Yes. It's the weekend before Christmas, believe it or not.
Wow. You guys are good friends. You are. I know you're doing this mostly because Kebbie asked you to. And and you're going to be so thankful that you did.
And I had been curious about what it was. I'd seen her talking about it or writing about it. I'm not sure which, on Facebook, and I'd been really curious what it was. So I was excited when she asked me.
Well, good. Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
I love the products, and I don't recommend any products that I don't actually enjoy and use. So, and it's pretty much what I enjoy and use is this and Young Living.
Yeah.
It's oils.
They go hand in hand because they're both natural. Mm-hmm. All the crunchy mamas that, avoid medicine and all that are usually skeptical, but when you look at the ingredients, they love them because, I give it to my kids. My kids take it every day. And we haven't been sick in 2 years.
Great.
Sick, but we haven't been in the doctor. We used to always go. I lost my slipper. But all right, ladies, well, I'll let you go. Go ahead and give it a try and just see what you think. Let Kebbie know what your thoughts are and connecting with me.
I would definitely love to see that video.
Okay. I'll send it right now. And I can play it right now if you want, actually. Do you want to see it now, or do you want me
I can't see anything.
Oh, true. You're
She's
right.
on the
We'll send it. I'll send it to Kebbie right now through Facebook, and she can send it to you.
Okay, we're friends on Facebook, definitely. So
Sounds good. And let me know if he wants me to send it to Kebbie. Hi, Lily.
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
Alrighty. Well, have a good night, ladies. Thank you.
Thanks. Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.